Yo, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Actually, a live stream. I know it's shocking. What's up, Bryson? We here with the preview: Indianapolis Colts versus the New England Patriots. I couldn't do it alone. I had to get a special guest. My guy, Kendall. What's going on, man? How you doing today?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate you having me on, dog. And what's up to everybody that's out there tuning in?
Yeah, appreciate you guys. If you're tuning in now, we appreciate it. If you're tuning in post stream, appreciate it as well. Like, comment, subscribe. Subscribe to his platforms as well. The links will be in the description post stream. But we are here to talk about the Indianapolis Colts versus New England Patriots. Colts fans know how we feel about these guys. A long rivalry with this team, but you know, come to meet the ends over again. With the history we have, the last time we met, I think we all know this was Mac Jones' first time playing the Colts. He threw that interception to Shaquille Leonard. It was a good game, and Jonathan Taylor had that big run at the end. But we are meeting again. This time it's at their house. Before we go ahead and get started, Kendall, how are you feeling about this game going into it?
Scared as hell. I'm scared. This game reminds me. I don't know how much Patriots ball you watched this year, but reminds me of the Monday night game we just played 2 weeks ago, last week. Because
Hmm.
the Colts are built similar to the Bears. They don't have a lot of big names, but they got some guys. And when I was going through the watching my film yesterday and throughout the week, I normally start watching my film on Tuesdays. When I was going through it, and I'm just looking at the names y'all got. Like y'all don't have the big names, but y'all deep on that D line with think Grover. I think y'all got two guys with the last name. Oh, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce their name. You got Quiddy Pay. Um, y'all got some guys. Not even mention DeForest Buckner from the nine. Then Shaq Leonard. He's back. He's still. I know. I don't know if he's gonna play the whole game, but they gradually bringing him aboard. I like EJ Speed. He gave us problems last year. I think he got an interception last year against Matt. I think it was Speed. Kenny Moore, former Patriot. He doesn't like the Patriots or whatnot. I got to talk about my guy Stephon Gilmore. Y'all got Gilmore. He's playing some good ball. He didn't have a good week. Well, he gave it one big pass to Terry McLaurin last week. But other than outside that, y'all safeties, I like Julian Blackman. I forgot the other one's name, but y'all got some guys. So this game scares the hell out of me. I mean, but it's a lot different than last year because last year I had Carson Wentz and y'all had John Taylor. I don't think Taylor's gonna play this week. He's hurt. I think I seen something about your tackle might not play. You left
Hmm.
start left tackle and Sam Ellinger. So I mean, from that standpoint, we've learned like you can't sleep on nobody. And today we slept on the Bears a couple weeks ago, and look what happened. Need I say anymore? But like I like what I seen from Elgin. He gives you a little more athleticism and speed wise than what Matt Ryan, Nick Foles, or Carson Wentz would have gave us, would have gave y'all. But he scares me because the reason why he scares me because we don't have a lot of film on him. We just got college film. We don't have a lot of film on him. So it's gonna be a good game. This ain't gonna be no blowout, nothing like that. I looked at some of y'all scores. Y'all defense is solid this year. Y'all haven't really for some reason y'all been struggling with Jackson. Y'all struggle with Jacksonville, and I'm sure you don't know what's up with that. Y'all did beat them a couple weeks ago, but they had y'all by 2 touchdowns. But this game scares the hell out of me, man. We have to win. It's a must win for us. We have to win this game. We're going into the bye. We have to come out and play our best ball. And our starting center and our starting center, one of our tackles might be out, so we a little bit banged up. We do get Duggar and Barmore back, I believe, but this game scares the hell out of me because where we weak at right now in our O line, y'all good. And I watch y'all getting watched, and y'all can get after the freaking quarterback. Y'all, I don't know if you cuss out here, but y'all can get after the freaking quarterback, man. But yeah, this game it scared me, man. It scared me. I wouldn't even pick us to win. I think if Matt Ryan or Nick Foles were playing, I give y'all a great shot to beat us or whatnot. Y'all still might, but y'all scared me because where we weak at right now. Y'all know you saw against the Jets. They was all over Matt. Y'all good. Y'all can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. I mean, I think this is a must-win for both teams, especially for Sam Ellinger. Getting his debut as the starting quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts. What better way to get an actual W? And this is probably an easier test than what it was last week because we know Washington's a sleeper team. I mean, they're missing their star talents, but they can still put pressure on the quarterback at any moment, and they have a decent secondary. I think their offense was what got them moving. And plus, when you're going up against a team like the New England Patriots, they have something that Washington didn't have. I mean, Washington had Taylor Heineke. He's mobile. He can throw on the run. He's pretty talented. But then when you look at New England, it's like they don't have a Heineke. So I think we'll
Mhm.
probably have a little bit more success when it comes to the pass rush and trying to attack the quarterback. I mean,
I
you
do
can go
think our
either way.
defense. I think our defense a whole lot better than Washington though.
Oh yeah.
We talk St. Louis. We can get out the court. We got Judon, our secondary playing some good ball. We got more weapons offensively than Washington do. And although I ain't got to say much about the running game,
Yeah.
but we know we can run the ball. It's our offensive line, but I'm holding out hope that Andrews, my center, can come back tomorrow. I don't. It's a home game, so he has an extra day. So if he doesn't practice or do something by tomorrow, or he hasn't been cleared from that concussion last 2 weeks ago, he's going to be out. But if we can get Andrews in there, I think we'll be fine offensively. But we need him because our offensive line didn't look good against the Jets.
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, for sure, this is it's going to be a toss up, man. But before we get into it, you mentioned Andrews. Going into this game, if he doesn't play, let me get your honest opinion on how do you think the offensive line will perform against the Colts?
Man, I think they'll be better because they can't be no worse than last week. That was a disaster. They can't be no worse than last week, and I think we'll keep it simple. We'll keep. I don't know where y'all rank it against the run. I don't know. I'm sure you know that, but
Hmm.
where are y'all at against the run? Y'all top
Oh,
10?
yeah, we're bottom low. We're terrible at stopping the run this year so far. But we've
Okay.
been
So
slowly improving throughout the weeks.
what about against the pass? Y'all okay?
Oh yeah, we good against the pass. We're pretty solid.
Top of
That's
top five.
our strong suit right there.
Yeah, well, we have to. I think if Andrews played, even if he doesn't play, I think we'd be fine. We'd be okay. Because like I said, last week it was a mess. It was an absolute travesty, and so we got to be better than that. But I think we'll be able to pull it. I think we'd be okay. Just run the ball. We got some good depth at running back and at receiver. Devontae Parker, I don't think he's going to play this game, but we'll be fine. But yeah, I think offensive line we just got to be better than last week, and I think if we can do that, we'd be all right. We have to. I mean, Quiddy Pay, he's coming on to. Um, did he? I know he was. I looked at y'all injury report. I believe he's playing. I think he came back to practice.
Hmm.
DeForest Buckner, watching the film on him, I don't know why 49ers got rid of him. And the thing, he don't get a lot of respect around the league, bro. Nobody talks about him. And that he's big, he's long, tall. The guy can ball. And then y'all got I think it's Grover Stewart, I think. Or
Hmm.
y'all got a couple other guys. Like, damn.
Yeah, Grover Stewart's definitely a Pro Bowl nod this year. He's been playing lights out, man. So he definitely gets it. But I do have the practice participation and injury report as of today for both teams. Just gonna run through it. For the Patriots, Thursday did not practice. We got David Andrews, Marcus Cannon, offensive tackle. We got Damon Harris. He was a illness. He probably gonna play. Devontae Parker had a knee injury. He didn't participate today. For the Patriots, we had Christian Barrymore. He was limited on practice. Kyle Duggar was limited. Pierre Strong Jr., Josh Uche, Dietrich Wise Jr. was limited as well. And removed from the list for the practice list for the Patriots, Devin McCourty, Adrian Phillips, and Matthew Slater. Those were the three guys removed from the list today.
I think Harris will play. I don't know what's going on with him. Probably like a flu or so. I think he'll play. I think the limit all them good. Barmore, he'll be. I know Barmore will be bad. Parker is probably the only one that I don't think will play, and probably injuries.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. For the Colts, the injury report did not practice. We got Tony Brown, that's a
Mm.
corner. He didn't practice. Dennis Kelly didn't practice. That's the left tackle we was mentioning earlier. Matt Ryan for sure didn't practice with the right shoulder. Grover Stewart didn't practice. Non-injury related. He's just resting, so he'll probably play. Grant Stewart didn't practice. Pectoral injury. Jonathan Taylor has an ankle injury. He didn't practice. Limited participants. Ryan Kelly is the center. EJ Speed was limited as well. For full participation, DeForest Buckner, Stephon Gilmore, Zach Moss, who we just acquired in a trade for Naheem Hines from Buffalo. Yannick Ngakwe was full participant, and Quiddy Pay, who's finally off the list, is participating in practice. So those guys are probably going to get the nod become Sunday, but we still got one practice to go. Moving forward, we talked about the offensive line for the Patriots. The offensive line for the Colts definitely have to step up this week. They've shown slow progressions week after week, so I'm not really worried how I used to be about the offensive line, but I do think they'll gradually increase over the time. They just got to get familiar with their quarterback. The quarterback carousel for the Indianapolis Colts have been a roller coaster, but I think they finally figured it out with a guy that they had on the roster for 2 years, but never really got his chance, which is Sam Ellinger. So they just stick out with Sam Ellinger, figure out that process, and see if he's going to be the guy or not moving forward. I think they'll be solid. They just need time
Do
and
you think?
chemistry.
Do you think the long term future of the Colts is Sam Elliott the guy, or do you think y'all? Because that's what I was talking to a boy about my team. Like, we're sitting there at number probably gonna be number three at division, assuming Buffalo beat the Jets, and I'm just hoping we beat y'all Sunday. But if that happens or whatnot, we'd be sitting at 3, 5, and 4. We'd be at 5 and 4. So do we want to win? Like, is Mac Jones our guy? Because I'm not sure right now. Mac has regressed this year. He has
Yeah.
regressed mightily. I don't know if it's the rookie. I don't know what the sophomore slump or whatever, but he's really regressed. And it probably has something to do with the offensive line and the coordinated stuff like that. So I'm gonna hold out hope on him right now. I think Mac, we're gonna give him some time. He's still young. But with y'all, I do think y'all quarterback away from being one of the top teams in the AFC because y'all got talent. Y'all got a mixed up young guys and some veterans. I just like I told my boy, y'all got to stop going to get these used cars for 1 year and go get your actual quarterback. So if
Yeah.
I'm the coach now, I'm speaking for my fans. If I'm the coach, just I wouldn't try to win too many more games. Try to get that top 10 pick, get you probably get a Bryce Young, see that Stroud out of Ohio State, and go from there. What's the point of y'all? Because y'all in the weak division. What's the point of y'all winning 7, 8, 9 games? Then you're sitting there with a top 20 pick. All the top guys are gone. When you know you clearly don't have your answer, your future answer on the roster. So that's what I would do.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they made it clear as day two that they're done with the quarterback carousel after 4 years of just controversy, especially
Phillip
after the
Rivers,
whole.
Carson Wentz.
Yeah, man. We started off with Jacoby. He was on the roster
Yeah,
already, so that's not really a move. But after Jacoby, it just went from Phillip, Carson, now Matt Ryan, now Sam Ellinger. But Sam Ellinger, there was a guy he drafted, so it kind of makes a little bit more sense. And he knows the offense more than anybody that we had over the past 3 years
but
because
does
he's
he
been
stand out
there.
to you as a long term guy
Nah, absolutely not. I don't think so. I think the
though?
best bet is to get another guy out the draft because, to be honest, the quarterback carousel to me made sense because if you look at the quarterbacks in the draft personally, I don't think any of them was franchise worthy. Personally, I don't think so. I think this year's draft class, I think this year is probably where you can really get a quarterback that'll hold you over for a few years besides the past 3 years that we missed personally. Like if you ask, because so many fans was talking about Justin Fields before the trade deadline, and I was like, absolutely not. I wouldn't take Justin
Heck
Fields.
no.
When you got a C.J. Stroud and a Hooker or a Will Levis from Kentucky, all those guys, like absolutely, I would take over Justin Fields for sure.
I can
Tyrell
see
says
Will
decent
Levis.
backup.
I can see Will Levis going there.
Yeah, man, they're already looking at him for sure. But over time, when that progresses, we'll get more news about it, who they're scouting, and all those good things. But that's in the future. Right now, we're just gonna take it game by game. This process at the end of the season with Sam Ellinger personally is just pure evaluation to see where he's at clearly, mentally, physically, and how can he move in the pocket for worst case scenario. Because I think he can be a backup anywhere just for one game of what he's shown against Washington. I mean, he could have won that game. I think the defense let us down at the end, but it is what it is at the end of the day. Moving forward, we talked about the offensive line. Let's go ahead and move to the defensive line side. We
Do you
talked
think?
about
Do you think Jonathan Taylor plays Sunday, or you probably not?
he probably won't. Honestly, I mentioned on the video they should just shut him down for the rest of the year. He
Mm-hmm.
hasn't really been doing anything all season. Of course, this injury's been lingering since the offseason, and I don't think he has the full the reconstruction and actual surgeries to process it. So I think they should just shut him down, let him completely heal, come back next season, bang it when we get everything situated. That's how I think personally. But we're gonna go ahead and move to the defensive line side. I know you mentioned Judon and them. How do you think they're going to pan out against the Colts this game?
I think they're gonna play pretty good all season. And don't sleep on Detroit Wise. Christian Barmore finally he got off to a slow start this season because teams been double teaming them. We got Carr Davis, Guy, Gosh, dog. We have some guys. Uche, Anthony Jennings. We got some guys or whatnot. I think we should be able to feast on that offensive line from what I've seen, and I know that y'all offensive line, which is crazy because y'all had one of the top offensive lines in the league like last year or a year before last.
Yeah,
But it's crazy how far how much y'all hit the wall there. But I think they should be able to feast this week. It should be a good week for my defensive line against your offensive line, especially with your starting left tackle probably gonna be out.
yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you. It don't matter who's that left tackle for the Colts. Whoever's over there is just gonna feast because the Colts offensive line's been terrible for 2 years. That's where the most of the money is salary cap wise for this team, and they haven't been performing up to par at all. And it's unacceptable because we know the most important positions is left tackle and quarterback on the offensive side of the ball. And we have neither of those for the Indianapolis Colts. But so struggles is just going to be inbound. But for the Patriots, I'm pretty sure Bill Belichick's going to draw something up pretty decently and get some pass rush. But again, Sam Ellinger was moving in that pocket last week, man. I went to the game personally, and he was moving like quarterback pressure evades. It was so many things that Matt Ryan didn't do that Sam Ellinger did. It just shows you that if he takes a little bit more time, he's going to be a pretty decent backup or a pretty decent quarterback in general. But I do think y'all going to send some heat. It's up to Sam Ellinger at that point if he can improvise and create out of that.
You know,
Um,
Belichick feasts. He feasts on young quarterbacks. You know it. I mean, what happened?
Absolutely.
Because to be real with you, we struggle against quarterbacks that can run. They
Hmm.
give us problems, and they've always gave us problems. They always back to Cam Newton, and I mean, like they've always gave us problems. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what this game scares me. Between our offensive line and my defense against young mobile quarterbacks, it's a nightmare. Waiting, it's a nightmare, man. It's scary, bro. But I think we'll be out because just like the simple fact that what we played against Chicago a couple weeks ago, that's going to be in the back of our head. And then we want to get some revenge on y'all from last year because I felt we could have won that game last year.
Yeah.
You take out that Jonathan Taylor run, I think Naheem Hines scored on the first drive or something like that.
Hmm.
You take that out, y'all. Carson Wentz tried to give us the game a couple of times. Matt Jones gave y'all a couple of picks, but I think you take that. It ain't like y'all blow us out or nothing. We could have won that game.
Yeah,
So
it's
then
true.
the block punt for a touchdown. Like I think, I mean, y'all don't if only two of them things don't happen, we win that game. So
You
I
know,
think yeah.
the historian Bill Belichick remembers everything.
Oh yeah,
So he definitely mentioned the special teams being one of the best in the league. I think he's
right.
still got memories from that last year with the
Mm,
block. So hey man, it's gonna be a good game for sure. We're
yeah.
definitely gonna be tuning in for that. We mentioned the offensive line, defensive line, talking about the secondary. Now we're gonna get the key guys for the offensive side. Who's one person that should be a key factor going into this game for the Patriots?
I'm gonna give you two.
All right.
I'm gonna go with Monjay Stevenson. We have to or Monjay Stevenson because he's the feature guy now. It's always
Hmm.
something with Damian Harris. I'm gonna go with Monjay Stevenson, and you already know, oh reliable NC State grad Jacoby Myers.
Okay.
That's all. Watch out for Taquan Thornton in this game too, and maybe a Kendrick Bourne side. But Monjay Stevenson and Jacoby Myers are the guys.
All right. And Stevenson's what, running back?
Running back, yes.
Gotcha. Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you watched last week against the Commanders, Gibson was just tearing us up on that passing game as a running back, and it was wide open. Like I was there at the game. He wasn't guarded the whole game. It's kind of embarrassing to watch, but hopefully they can figure that out sooner or later. But for me personally, the offensive side, key guys for me, I'm gonna go Deion Jackson at running back. He's been the third string for the Colts since the season started. He had a good preseason and last year. He finally got the call up, getting his chance this year with
Is that
Jonathan
number
Taylor.
27? 20, is he
Mhm.
27?
Yeah, yeah, that's
Okay,
him.
I know you're talking.
That's the guy that's been he's been there since Taylor been hurt. Now Hines got traded. He got full clear to go. We just picked up Jordan Wilkins again that we got rid of last year and he's
Jordan
off the
Wilkins
practice
out
squad.
of Ole Miss, I think.
Yes, sir. That's
Yeah,
him. Yep, we called him back. We still got Philip Lindsay. So this run attack is a little bit more power than elusiveness personally. So getting rid of Hines, that's the reception guy. We're gonna look for a
yeah.
little bit more stronger runs. So I got all faith in Jackson. Another guy to look out for is Alec Pierce, the rookie. They're having a good season so far, very solid. We mentioned him. I mentioned him on your show as well. You guys asked about him. Hey man, he's been lights out so far this year, and he's been solid stepping up to the
Paris
plate.
Paris Campbell Paris Campbell has been healthy this year too. So
Oh yeah, man.
finally,
So glad about that. So glad. I don't think nobody understands how
I don't
happy I
think
am
y'all
for him.
got y'all don't think y'all have a guy that's gonna take the top off the D. Y'all don't got like that straight line speed like T.Y. Hilton used to give y'all
That's
because we
Alec
got that.
Pierce.
Well, I haven't seen much of it, but I've seen a little bit of him though. But I think you remember Michael Pittman and Cal Duggan got ejected last year, so
Yep.
that's gonna be interesting.
Mhm.
Y'all got Ali Cox and Jelani Wood. Y'all got some guys, man. Y'all don't have the. I don't think Michael Pittman's the number one wide receiver. I don't think he's that.
You don't think
But
so?
I don't think so. Mm-mm. He got to
Mm.
show. He got to show me. I don't think so. But we probably gonna put Jack Jones on him
Okay,
corner.
we'll see. Well, hopefully we can find the weak link in that spot on that defensive side and attack it. But if we can't do that, it's gonna be a long game. It is the Colts at the end of the day, so the Colts will find any way to lose.
Yeah.
If it's up to them. So I mean, that's just the Colts. So we're gonna move to the defensive side. No matter how many players, who's gonna be the key factors on defense for the Colts?
I'm gonna go Carr Davis and Lawrence Guy.
Okay.
Yeah, the great. I'm gonna go with Carr Davis and Lawrence because we gotta stop that run. Rather Taylor plays or not, the coach still want to run. They're gonna want to run that football,
Mhm.
especially with a young quarterback. Yeah, so I'm gonna go Carr Davis and Lawrence Guy.
All right.
Stuffing that offensive line up, stuffing it up.
For me on the defensive side, I'm gonna go Grover Stewart. He's been having a great season so far. He's been stopping the pass and the run, just clogging up the middle. Him and DeForest Buckner. So I'm gonna go Grover Stewart, and I'm gonna go your former boy Stephon Gilmore. Got to redeem himself after that loss in the end zone. I know he's hurting. He played good coverage, but I mean it's scary Terry. It's only so much you can do. This dude is tall, and it's like he was born in the lab basically. Like ain't no receiver like Scary Terry that tall, running that fast and then catching mossing people at the end of the day too. So
Who do you think y'all put Gilmore on? Probably Aguilar, probably Myers.
yeah, I would definitely say Myers, whoever the number one is. If Kenny Moore's getting cooked, they're gonna switch over like they did last week and just have Gilmore shadow him the rest.
Kenny Moore been struggling this year.
Yeah, he has, but he's been slowly progressing too. I mean, he
Right.
struggled very poorly at the beginning of the year, but I think getting familiar to that Gus Bradley system is starting to improve week by week. I think you just
Hmm.
gotta give him time personally, but he's been showing up. I think the his showing out party was that second Titans meeting when he got that sack, and then after that, he's just been all cylinders. I mean, he got cooked by Scary Terry, but I mean,
That's
it's like
scary,
5'9".
Terry.
He's Scary Terry, so
Right.
I mean, it's only so much you can do. He been cooking everybody. Scary Terry cooked Jair Alexander the week before, so I was like, you
Right.
can take it with a grain of salt at the end of the day. But it is what it is. So I'm looking forward to seeing the defense from the Colts step up this week again, and I'm looking forward to the special teams if they can have a good outing because any good team would love to have a good special team because it gives you the upper hand if your special teams are going out there performing. So looking forward to seeing that. I mean, besides the guys you named, like what's the biggest factor for the Patriots?
For us to win this game, offense or defense, I think we for one we got to take care of the freaking ball.
Hmm.
Stop turning. You can't win games till you start losing them. Stop. Take over the freaking ball for one. Offense, please. I mean, please take over and special teams be better from what it was last year because that was a mess last year. I mean, yeah, we gotta take care of the ball. No interceptions. No interceptions. Come on, Matt Jones. Just take care of the ball and defense. I mean, let's just get after this young quarterback. Get after him. Get after his ass. You know what I mean? Just get to him. Get after him. Disguise the coverage, confuse them, and stop the run. And I think we do that. We'll be fine for this game.
All right, all right. There we go. We got it right there. So now we got the keys. We got the players to look out for. We got the pros and cons from both teams. Now it's time to hit the score predictions. Let me get the score prediction. Who you got winning? And give me a score.
I'm gonna go Pats 26, 26-16 Patriots.
Hey, 16 is right on the nose because that's what we've been averaging all year. So I'm gonna
That's
go.
why.
I'm gonna go Colts. I'm gonna go 16-13. Give us a game win the field goal because we ain't scoring more than 16. If we do, it's a miracle. I don't know who's gonna get it, but that's what it is. If you guys got any questions in the comment section, feel free to let us know why they're doing that and getting that together. Let them know where they can find you.
Yes, you can find me on the East West Football Podcast. We put out weekly content, weekly shows on YouTube. We on Apple Podcast, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast from. You can follow us on Facebook and all that. And I'm also about to start my own podcast, the Kicking It with Ken podcast. Me talking, it's on. You can find me on YouTube, and whatnot. Be talking Patriots ball, all sports. I mean everything. So once again, I appreciate you for having me on, and y'all go check me out on my podcast and my own personal.
Yeah, feel free to check him out at the end of the video. Probably like in 5 minutes. His links will be in the description. Feel free to tune in for that. East West, they have a bunch of stars tune in. The last time I seen it was Hugh Jackson. That was like a minute ago. But they got all type of NFL players on there, and including Kendall himself. So go ahead and check that out. Appreciate you again for tuning in for this preview. It's gonna be a good game, and wish you the best of luck. Kinda not because you're a Patriots fan, but it is what it is at the end of the day. But appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. That's
Yes, sir.
Kendall, and this is Marcus, and we out.